We've done it. We are live in all places now, Sean. We are across the globe from Yorkshire to Saskatoon. There's not many people can say that, I don't think.
Well, almost to Saskatoon.
Almost to
From
Saskatoon.
Yorkshire to Yorkton.
Yorkshire. Oh, I like that. Do you know what? You're on fire tonight, Sean. From
Well,
Yorkshire to
let's
Yorkton.
hope not, because I like the house I'm in.
What is
So
the weather like in Yorkton at the moment?
it is sunny but cool. I am hopefully tonight going to deal with I was supposed to do it last night and I didn't get to it. Uh, have some hornets and wasps that have decided that the side of my house and my rigid styrofoam siding is a great place to build a nest, and it's right above my window. So I hear buzzing every morning and all kinds of stuff. So you know what? It's like, okay, well, I've got the raid. We're gonna go on a raid tonight with the raid.
Let's do it. I was at an event on Sunday, and it was like a garden party type event, and they had like the big stage area with the sound and everything on, and then down the side they had like stalls and like people could buy things, and in the middle between all the stalls there was a hole in the floor, and wasps kept coming in and out, and it turns out there's a wasp nest in the floor, and as people were walking over it, it was making them more and more angry, and so there was wasps all over this event, which was I'm not saying it was funny. But for me, it was funny. For the people that were scared of wasps, it wasn't quite as funny.
Yeah, I last year it was an unprovoked attack, but I was cutting the grass on the side of the house and was right beside the trees, and all of a sudden something hit me in the lip. I was thinking, like, what the heck? Like, obviously, something big flew into me. It's like, okay, well, whatever. I was about to brush it off, and then there's this searing pain, and my lip was probably swollen for about 3 days last year.
Oh
Just
wow!
Yeah, just waiting for that stuff to work its way out. But yeah, it's just like, okay, now you're really being annoying,
Yeah.
and that's when the raid comes out. Last time I used this type of raid, though, I killed a tree doing it. So
Oh wow! That's
we had
not good.
yeah, we had a nest in the trees, and after it was all done and everything was sprayed out, the tree actually died. So this stuff works.
Yeah, I've just realised as well that we've gone live in the wrong studio.
Uh oh.
So we've got. If you want to join my list, if you want to join a clarity call, if you want to do all the Grant Saunders discovery stuff, so that's not great. But we can make that work. But I have not got any of the assets on here, so we can still talk about stuff, Sean.
Yeah, you know what? I can bring up a few things here to share on the side here.
Brilliant. There we go. Amira says, "How are you coping in the heat?" It is warm here in the UK, Sean. We are having a heat wave, our third one this season, and it is a warm one. Today was hot. Tomorrow is going to be one of the hottest days of the year, so that will be interesting. It'll be interesting because all the canals and rivers and reservoirs seem to be fairly dry. So it's going to be like some, post-apocalyptic horror film of some kind where there is no water left.
Well, I don't know if you guys will get quite that bad, but I know in talking with a few different people in the States, there's a few lakes that are down significantly, like in around Las Vegas, and that they're main sources of water. So, it's not so much that the climate doesn't change, it's that there are cycles to it.
Yes, there is. Oh, so if you're watching on TikTok, if you have any questions about hypnosis, what's happening in the world of hypnosis, you have come to the right place. Obviously, if you do enjoy these lives, double tap the screen, follow, do whatever it is you need to do. If you want to send gifts, we will take them. And don't forget to follow Sean from SK Hypnosis as well, my fellow co-host on Hypno News World. Hypno World News. I'm sure we have a name, Sean. I'm really
Hypno News
excited.
Live. Hypno News Live.
Hypno News Live, that's it. It's only been about 6 years. I should know this by now.
It's probably time to rebrand anyway.
I think, yeah, do you know what I mean? It won't be long before we get We get told we got to change the name.
In fact, you know what? We should probably think about that when we're at the summit, because that, of
I
course,
think
is
so.
coming.
Do you know what? I think at the summit we should have a sit down and we should map out this show for the foreseeable. We could put some effort into it, Sean, and imagine what we could achieve.
Oh, effort! I don't know.
Yes. Oh, I
uh,
must. It's been a weird one today because I was down in, like I say, it's my peak season. And so I was down in Cornwall, which apparently is the best place to watch the eclipse. But then I was back up north. Just managed to get back now, and then tomorrow I'm off again, and I'm on my travels again all weekend. So that's all good fun.
yeah, it's not going to stop. I actually have an opportunity that comes along once every so often. The guy that I grew up with, we're actually going to meet up next week in Saskatoon. So that happens once every about 5 or 6 years. So
Mm,
that's about how long it's been since I've seen him. So yeah, it'll be good to meet up with them. We're going to meet up over by the university and head into the university, have coffee on campus, and
nice.
reminisce about the good old days. 40
I think
something
it's one
ago.
of the things as you get older, you see your friends less and less and less and less, and you don't realize it, and you kind of go, "Oh yeah, we shouldn't leave it so long next time." 3 years pass by.
Yep, we say that every time we talk online. We should do this more often, and then
Yeah,
6 months goes by, and it's like, oh god, damn it, we should do this more often. You know, but you're right, and the other thing is, you tend to make new friends, right? Like whatever the industry is that you get into, whatever it is that you tend to do, you tend to develop new relationships there as well. So
I think that's it. I think as we get older, we've always got to constantly make new friends.
yeah.
I just thought it was my personality that I keep losing them. Oh,
Oh, well,
only
and
for me to
busy
sit through.
plays a part in it too. So speaking of busy, we've got this thing here.
Yes, the Performing Hypnosis Summit.
Yep.
Uh, I'm super, 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 super excited about this one. I mean, I've been excited about all of them, but this one in particular. We may have a really, really interesting pre and post workshop for this. We're just ironing out those details. That's going to be incredible.
This is shaping up to be, and we can say this. Yes, we improve every year, as a conference, and this is year 5. But I think this year's set of speakers is gonna bring it. It is something that's going to cover health, wealth, performance, content, you name it. It's all here, and it's all going to happen throughout everything that the whole conference covers. And like Grant said, we're ironing out the last of the details on it, pre and post conferences, and again, it's a conference. It's growing. It's we get better every year at uh, offering a wider variety of things. When we started, we said, "Oh, it's all just got to be about performance," and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, now we're excluding a big chunk of hypnotists out there that maybe aren't performers but want to know about it. Okay, well, so and then, hey, you know what? It'd be a really great idea if we could add in some financial information. How do you start a business? What do you do with it? What how do you structure things? What are the tax advantages of doing each of these things?
Exactly. So, quick shout out to TikTok though. We have got Becca is in the chat on TikTok.
You got Becca, I got Jen, and I haven't seen or heard much from Jen because she's been overseas on holidays, and it sounds like I'm assuming she's back in the peg, but she'll just have to tell me if they're back yet or not. But her and
Nice.
I, yeah, we got to go live at some point, Jen, and just catch up. Yeah, oh yeah, she says I'm back with lots of A's in it, so tells me she's had a good holiday.
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to go live with Becca. Brian might he might sulk.
Hi, Becca.
I might just do him to wind him up.
All good.
Cool. Have we got Becca in Vegas this year? Bless her. Cool.
So yeah, the one thing that we can say for sure, we have discounts with the airlines. We have discounts with the hotel. You can, consult. Dan's got a really great opportunity for people to look at the traveling hypnotist. Uh, Check it out because it details how he kind of thinks about booking things.
Yeah.
Get your ticket, yes. Then start looking at your airline, then the hotel, then get all of that in order, and make sure you've got some time to spare with each of them because the worst case scenario is we run out of rooms and we can't get anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. A big shout out to Dan as well, actually. He does a lot for the industry, and not just for his conference. He's a big help for ours, is a big help for the Canadian Hypnosis Conference. And again, it's not done from a place of ego, it's done from a genuine place of caring. And that looks incredible, the new site there.
Yep, and so you can see Dan. I love Dan's energy because he doesn't settle. He looks at it, thinks about it. Yeah, we can use this. Now it's time to make it better, and he
Yeah.
has no problem doing that. Whereas I think a lot of entrepreneurs sometimes get hung up on, well, I just made this logo and I got to use it forever. No, you don't. Rebrand yourself. I've rebranded myself a couple of times as well. I started out, I was Mind Machine Hypnosis. And then as things progressed, everybody kept asking, where's the machine?
The machine.
Well, yeah, well, it's here. It's this one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Yeah, no, he does a great job. Becky just saying, did you see the solo clips? I did. It was a bit of an anticlimax up here. Hopefully, it was well down your end. So yeah. So speaking of Michigan, that's the next conference, really, isn't it?
it is. Yep. So coming up in September, of course, is the Michigan International Hypnosis Conference, the 11th to the 13th in the Greektown portion of Detroit.
Yeah, Hollywood Casino.
Yep.
This is a beautiful casino as well, and great. It's also a really nice part of Detroit. So, like, as you come out the doors of the casino, you've got Greek Street pretty much straight in front of you, which is a really nice touristy part. Some beautiful bars and restaurants. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and again, this is one that I want to make sure I get to as soon as I retire from the full time job.
Yeah,
This literally will be my first conference because it's the first one. It kind of kicks off the whole conference season.
yeah, yeah. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. Great lineup of speakers. Becca says she can't wait for PHS in January. Absolutely.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Don't rush the bit. And actually, when you look at it, really, we've got September, October, November, December, and a part of January, and we're there.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Yeah,
Absolutely. All right, so that covers off that. Following up Michigan. Oh no, we're not going to go there yet. We're going to go to this one.
Canadian Hypnosis Conference.
Yep.
Again,
You
this is one I've not been to yet. I'd like to get to go to it. I know I was in talks originally, but it's just, I mean, it would mean hanging around that there America for a few extra weeks. And so that is a fantastic conference, the Canadian Hypnosis Conference. And this is in Toronto.
This one is in Toronto, and of course, as with all conferences, give yourself some time on either side to go and see the sights. There's always lots to see, including Niagara Falls isn't that far away. That's you can make a day trip out of that quite easily. April, October, there's going to be all sorts of little festivals going on. There'll be harvest festivals along the way in some of the smaller towns around Toronto, and it's not just Toronto itself. Yes, there's the CN Tower and Lake Ontario, and if you want to go to the financial district, you can go to Bay Street. If you want to go see one of the longest streets in the world. You can go to Yonge Street. There's just all kinds of stuff. But you take a step outside of Toronto and get into cottage country, as they call it. It is a different world out there, and there's a lot of cool stuff.
That's the great thing about going to these different conferences as well. You get to experience the different cultures, the different kind of major hubs as well. Yeah. So again, I've not been to Toronto, but it's definitely on my list of places to go to. Every Canadian I have met is one of the nicest people I know. I am actually a big fan of Canada and Canadians. They're like the best of British and the best of Americans all rolled into one.
Yes, well, somebody has to play the peacemaker.
Exactly. Exactly.
Somebody has to be the monkey in the middle. And speaking of monkeys in the middle, oh look, Beck is on my TikTok feed now.
Oh, oh, no loyalty. Bless her.
All good. All right, so that covers off Canada. We've covered off the Performing Hypnosis Summit, and Brian's got a little thing here. If you do have trouble with room bookings or anything, you need information about the airlines, reach out to us. We've got that information, and we can definitely make sure we work through as many of those issues and make it as easy for you as possible to get your bookings done. Uh,
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Brian is available.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
And to
So
be fair, between us, between the three of us, we cover three different time zones. And so, night or day, you should be able to get an answer from somebody. I'll be
yeah,
honest, I'm probably the worst person to message because I'm always on the road. But between us, we can get stuff answered for you.
yeah. And shout out to Sammy. Good to see you on TikTok. It's been a long time. I was saying to Jen earlier, we all need to get on a live and catch up and let everybody know that we've made it through the summer and we're ready to go again. So all good. But
I wonder how many hypnotists we could get on a group chat on TikTok
I
because they
think
do the group panel things, don't they?
yeah, it's like 9 or 12 or something like that. I think is
Yeah.
the screen size. I don't know.
I
I've
am
never actually had that many, but
Yeah,
be
I'm
interesting.
a head-to-head battle with Amanda Joy from the Northern College of Clinical Hypnosis in a couple of weeks' time. So that's going to be really interesting because she's coming in from a clinical hypnosis point of view, and I'm coming in from a silly hypnosis point of view. And we're having like a fake battle it out, which will be quite interesting as well.
That sounds like something that needs to be posted on social media.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I need to draw lots of support for that. She is absolutely spot on. Yeah, so yeah, really excited for it. We should be once we get the schedule out there. We'll be announcing the kind of the nomination part for the Kellner Awards as well. So we're going to be putting that out there where you can nominate the person that you think has had the best kind of contributions to the field of hypnosis as well. And that is very kindly sponsored by Corey J, another great Canadian.
That's true. Actually, I'll be in his neck of the woods next week. I think he's in Thunder Bay, Ontario right now, but I'm thinking his fair run there should be done and he should be making his way back to home base in Saskatoon. So,
Yeah,
and
I will say this about him. I consider myself very busy. He's very busy.
he
Uh,
is everywhere.
yeah,
And, we were talking last week about his social media feeds have absolutely exploded. He's posting everything, and his catchphrase, I love it, is Corey J. That's the name on the shirt.
the name on the shirt, such a great catchphrase, great marketing.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, and
simple.
that's the work that we do. The show has got to be good. Do you know what I mean? You got to sell the sizzle and the steak. And
Yeah,
so, I spent years just on the road, kind of keeping my head down. And then you kind of, do you know what? You want to put your head out there and go, do you know what? Look at me. I am actually really good.
yeah,
So, yeah.
exactly. All right, and it bears mentioning that we are on hiatus. However, we are looking at the return of Hypnosis Hero, the podcast, August 25th.
Who's
We'll
your
have
first guest?
we'll have information out about our guest and all of that for next week. But suffice to say, it is somebody that we all know and love, the big
Nice.
guy, Dan Goyette.
It will be a great one. I will
Yeah,
try and stay up for that as well.
yeah.
Um,
We'll be talking about the upcoming Michigan International Hypnosis Conference, and some of the other things that Dan has on the go. For those of you that don't know, he's also started the North American Hypnotherapy Guild. He's got a textbook that is due to come out here in the next little while, and he is working hard to get all kinds of things on set up and ready to go with the guild itself.
yeah, as well as Hypnosis Today magazine.
The magazine, Dan, and you know what? Do not underestimate the value of print material in today's
Oh,
society,
when
because
you
it's,
can actually touch it, it means so much more.
yeah, like, if I
Yeah,
take this word out of the way, what do you see? You see magazines.
yeah. As says, when's your next gig, Grant? Tomorrow. I appear to gig every day now. Yeah, tomorrow, then Friday. Saturday, I'm not gigging, but I'm still staying down in Cornwall because Friday night I'm in Cornwall. Saturday, I'm just going to enjoy Cornwall, and then Sunday, I'm at one of my residences in the Forest of Dean. So yeah,
Yeah.
as says, better question: when do you sleep?
Grant doesn't sleep. Grant runs on lattes.
Lattes and Yorkshire tea. Lattes and bad decisions. That's what keeps me awake.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. The fear of falling asleep.
It's all good. I was messing around with some things, and I created a couple of posters based on the saying that I've conveniently borrowed from Jim. So take care, stay well, be awesome.
Awesome.
However, I went one step further and said, no, I need it horizontal.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
So it's now the backdrop for my laptop, and I'm gonna get that framed.
Yeah.
Again, motivation uh, is a good thing when you have it.
Yeah. Do you know what? If you send me a copy of that as well, I think I would
Yep.
like to print that and put it on the wall.
Yep.
Again, it's such a great catchphrase.
Yep.
Um, I
Somebody
was on.
and somebody said, "Well, I'm sick and I can't do this and blah blah blah." I said, "Listen, this is what you need to remember. Take care, stay well, be awesome." And then I thought to myself, "Okay, well, what does that actually mean?" So then
Yeah.
that's when I came up with this. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like that tattoo on your arm.
This one.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm bitter. I love it because, especially when it's summertime, people will question me on it. I love the fact it gives me the opportunity to talk about Jim. I was with a friend the other night, and it was just nice. Again, they'd gone through a similar thing where a close friend of theirs had passed, and it was so nice to be able to talk about him again. If you know what I mean, it still makes me sad, as it does with everybody. I don't have the monopoly on Jim grief, but it's one of the things that I love about PHS. It's a great way of keeping that dream alive. If you know what I mean. He was a great guy and is still missed. And he could teach us all. He could teach us all about social media marketing because he still probably posts more. It's not too bad now, actually, this last year, but he was posting more when he was dead.
Yeah, I think most of his posting is done
Yeah,
now, but yeah, he had things scheduled out for more than a year.
yeah.
Uh,
And so we can all learn from that.
so
I know I got messages from people going like, "Oh, it's quite insensitive and sad. Do you not think you could switch it off?" And I'm like, I don't know how to switch it off, but I think Jim would have loved the fact that he was still posting a year after he died.
oh yeah, and knowing if Jim knew that he was going to be crossing over, I have no doubt he would have left all kinds of
Oh,
eggs
yeah.
and sayings, and just how just generally having all kinds of fun with it.
I must admit, it's like it would be nice if scheduling software could have that. In the event of my demise, run section B, and then just have lots of messages from beyond the grave.
Yeah, so it's like that guy who puts the either puts a speaker in the coffin when they're about to lay him in. He says, "Hello,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
let me out of here."
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, that's a really cool poster. Is that, Sean?
Yeah, and we'll send that to you once we're
Yeah,
off the air. But you know, again, the one thing I will say about the world of hypnosis is it is a world of opportunity.
yeah,
Um, Justin James had a big Facebook post on about all the things that you should consider before you jump into this career full time if you want to be competitive in the market. And while I agree with most of the list and things, yes, you should definitely consider it. Not to forget that because it is opportunity, that means that you can step out and you can step into something absolutely stellar
yeah,
at any given time. And I'm going to use Jack Gooby as a good example of that.
exactly.
All of a sudden, just decided he was going to start and then booked 21 shows, in a row,
Yeah.
and had it all planned out.
That's the thing. I read that particular post, and it was like people that do these weekend courses and yada yada yada. And it's like, do you know what? Actually, like I'm running a weekend course, October the 17th and 18th. Cheap plug. Um, but it's not done because I don't have enough work. If anything, I have too much work. But it's done from a purpose of the one thing that I see as being a downfall for our profession is people out there not doing good shows.
Yeah,
And yes, there's lots of things that you can't learn in a weekend's training. But do you know what? If in that weekend's training you can put people on the right path, because a lot of the most successful stage hypnotists I know didn't go to any trainings in the beginning. They just went out there and did it.
did
They
it.
read
Yeah,
a book and did it. They saw a hypnotist and did it. Made mistakes, learned along the way, and then once they started earning money, then they reinvested in training. And that's what it is. And so if you can give people a foundation, and to be fair, most of the people booked onto my course at the moment are professional stage hypnotists on some level. Some are retired and coming back to it. Some are on their way up there now. And it's about actually set those foundations right, help people tweak and get better, because they're not just going to do that one course for the rest of their life. What you want is them to do that training, for them to go out and earn some more money, then reinvest that in more training with somebody else, and then that's the cycle. I'm always trying to relearn stuff. So yeah, so I like Justin is a big voice in the community, but sometimes it can be a bit, you know, negative.
yep,
Bless him.
yep. I had to block somebody on TikTok here, so and it was one of those comments. So,
Well, were they
uh,
flirting with you, Sean?
well, I wouldn't exactly call it flirting. No, they were announcing their prowess. Let's put it that way.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
I've just seen the time. We have run over.
We have gone over, and we do have another meeting to get to. So
Yeah.
we will sign off for this week, and until we meet again, take care, stay well,
Be
be awesome.
awesome.
Good night, everybody.
Cheers, guys.